Hello, hello. I thought that I would do a video amidst the opportunity that we have right now for some social awareness. Because never have I ever felt so accomplished acquiring toilet paper. I went out today to my local Albertsons and I thought sure I could get in there and get out really quickly and just get what I needed, and just like the panic says, the aisle was wiped clean of bath tissue. But that was that store. And so I just left and I was going to go over to CVS, and then as I drove by I saw this huge line of people and I was just like, ugh, whatever. I've got 2 rolls. I don't really need to I don't feel like standing in a line right now, and I could go tomorrow or the next day since work has placed me off for 3 weeks. My employer has placed me off for the next 3 weeks, so I'll have time to go. But you know, it just dawned on me how we're actually having to think about that sort of thing now. And I just stopped at one more place because I needed to deposit a check in my ATM. I went to Smart & Final because they have a Wells Fargo, and there was a line outside, but the people had empty carts. I was like, man, there's really a ton of people still out doing this whole thing. Let me just run and deposit this check and then take off. So I was able to go straight to the front of the line because I was just going to be in and out. And when I was inside, so they actually unlocked the door to let us in. They were letting a selected number of people into the store at a time, and the lines because of that were very short, and it was legit. You get 2 of these, 1 of these rationed purchases. So I deposited my little check really quick, and then I was going to head out, and I just asked the girl that was guarding the door, letting people out, and I was like, do you guys have toilet paper? And she said, you can go over there to that line of people that are over there because that's what they're finding out about. I was just like, wow. But I said, do you guys just restock every night or what? Because we can come back. She said, restock every couple of days. I said, because I didn't get let in to shop. I just was permitted in to use the ATM. Weird, right? And she was like, well, we let you in so you can go over there, you can shop. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I felt really like privileged to be able to shop. It's ridiculous. So I walked over to the people. There was a fresh pallet of toilet paper that had just been brought out to the floor. Felt like I hit the jackpot. I can get toilet paper, and you know, because I didn't want to be the last American who didn't acquire any toilet paper because everyone else has hoarded their share, and I was the sucker that just was like, that's stupid, I don't need to get any. And so now I was just like, damn, let me get this gold. So I get my turn to go up and get some toilet paper. It says limit 2, so just like everyone else, I grab my 2. I start walking to the register, and I was like, I don't need to, and this isn't even the kind of toilet paper that I regularly use. Some kind of bleached regular, you know, generic brand stuff. So I went and I turned and I put it back, the other roll, the other pack, and I was just like, I just need this one. I was walking over to the register to check out with my 1 pack of toilet paper because, you know, if the crap hits the fan, 6 rolls is pretty much, I think I'm good. I'm even learning how to ration out how much I use at a time at a sitting, so now we're, you know, I usually just pull off a bunch, but we're learning to be mindful, right? That's what this is actually teaching us, is mindfulness, if you allow it to. But the lesson overall from that, as I was standing in line and other families were being told to put back their surplus when they came up with 4 gallons of water, and they were told, no, you can only have 2 right now. Or so they thought that they would just split up, and one spouse and the other spouse over here, and they're like, no, you guys came together, so you know, it's per group. And then a mom and her daughter, they're like, well, we don't even live in the same house, so it's 2 different households. It doesn't matter. It's per group. You have to put that back. and people are like, okay, and they're putting back their stuff. Granted, the experience I had at Smart and Final was a lot more orderly, and there was stuff available for me to purchase versus these other grocers that are having kind of madness and mayhem, just letting people wipe out the shelves and crowd the lines and just feeling all this angst and scarcity. They had some system of control, and it kind of felt good. And more or less, if people could learn how to control themselves, I think that overall we could actually really stand to learn a lot from this. That's really the point of this video. Some opposite reactions, some different reactions to how we can handle what's going on right now, and basically on a social level, just recognizing the psychology and the dynamics that are going on essentially with how you're responding to the situation yourself. Are you taking more than you need? Are you operating on a scarcity mindset, or are you operating on an abundance mindset where you can just get what you need just like any other day, any other time? Or are you just kind of doing the monkey see, monkey do? I grabbed 2 packs and I don't need 2 packs of toilet paper right now, but I was able to put one back and I felt like, oh, thank God I came back to my own senses, just getting what I need. Not feeling that I needed to subscribe to the notion that tomorrow I won't be able to go out, or in 4 days, or when I run out I won't be able to go out and acquire what I need, or to be able to have trust that I will have exactly what I need, and I don't need to contribute to the scarcity mindset that's going to leave some of these people that are now waiting outside the store to be allowed in to have their ration. Because I just feel that greed and that scarcity mindset that triggers this greed. It's a test for us and our ability to respond in a way that's different than history has ever shown. When a situation happens like this, and there's a high potential for looting, right, for rioting, people to have, a lot of angst, like I said, and just respond without consciousness. This is an opportunity to counteract that, because at the end of the day, what I just experienced, the difference between shopping at Albertsons and shopping at Smart and Final, was the difference between a chaotic system right before a government interference to say, okay, when we allow you to think for yourselves and take what you need or operate based on your free will, you can't control yourself as people, as a society. So we need to then tell you how much you can have of X, Y, and Z. We need to control what you spend your money on, and we need to control how everything, how it works. We have to control this situation because you're not able to respond intelligently, right? So I'm going to enforce a version of socialism, that's what it is, and tell you how many per household, but not even per household. And the funny thing is that this mandate is coming from the grocery store. So this is a private industry telling you what you can purchase, a consumer. It's not by law, and yet people are acquiescing, are obliging to it right now. I mean, it's just very interesting to observe that in itself. It's the store is implementing laws or protocol that they feel that would, protect, the flow of their business. And it's great because it did provide some sort of ease. But my thinking is, on a greater scheme, just take that lesson. Don't take more than you need. Understand that this is a practice for a social system, socialism, where you cannot be trusted to operate fairly with your own free will, and you're basically being told what you can and cannot have. You're being rationed what you need because you can't seem to come to that conclusion yourself. I personally don't feel that I need that. So it would be great if we could spread the message to other people around us, to kind of just be mindful of where they're, the message that they're sending to the people who would love to assert that power over you. That's all I'm going to say in a time like this. I spent the day shopping with my mom. We went shopping. I got some earrings. I did some prep for my trip in a couple weeks. I had a real craving for some fruit. When I got to the store, I got this big old thing of strawberries. I got some tea also. Good to get something warm and soothing for the throat at this time. When I got this home, I realized it's just a huge red bowl of fruit, and it seems so good to me, so I'm eating my root chakra food, wearing a color that's also associated with that chakra system. So I think that on a subconscious level, or unconscious, I don't know, intuitive level, I'm thinking eat red fruits for humanity, for the society. That's something that you can do if you're a spiritual person, if you are an aware or awakened person, or even if you're not and you want to know a way that you can assert a semblance of power, take some power back, some self-power in this situation. Eat red foods, fruits, foods, whatever it may be. Eat red to help heal the mass chakra that handles that feeling, that power or lack thereof, the need to have those basic necessities and feel safe, because people feel very unsafe right now, very out of control. You can help ground. We need to ground. So also earthy type foods, root vegetables would probably be really good. I got a lot of greens for like green salad stuff in the fridge. I feel like eating right now, like I don't have an appetite for a lot of junk, and I think that's just my body responding to what I've observed and things like that. So that's kind of what I took from it. So maybe if that's helpful to you, or you want to do something small, yeah, do that. Alright, I'm going to read also in another video a couple sections from Wallace D. Wattles' The Science of Being Well, because these sections are very, very important and will help empower your mind as you respond to what's going on as well. So I'll do that. We'll be right back.